Ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal, man. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We have a lot to talk about. To my super chat, thank you. I know you have a lot you could be spending on, but if you support my voice, I just appreciate that greatly. This is how you spin a headline. This is how you spin a headline to where you try to cover up a really, really negative, just a really bad poll number, or just the reality that a campaign is not working out. So, Vice President Biden consolidates support, but trails badly in enthusiasm. ABC News. Well, how have you consolidated support, but you trail in enthusiasm? The reason that there were so many people voting for Biden is that they have utter contempt for Bernie Sanders. They don't want anything Bernie Sanders stands for. Nothing. Even AOC is abandoning ship, which should tell you about the media pundits that Bernie can't even endorse. Should tell you about that. Why can't he endorse them? That whole movement has become a giant bowel movement that they ran into the ground. If you live by social media and you live by the furthest left talking points, then when they abandon you, then what happens? Then you're stuck with, Russia wanted Bernie Sanders. Bernie had a viable don't get me started. He had a viable campaign in 2016 because he talked about things that Trump is actually doing. President Trump is bringing home Americans. He's ending America's longest counterinsurgency conflict, which Democrats do not care about. It's not even on their radar. They do not care. They don't care at all. So, let me just read you this. This is really interesting. And I'll give you my take on this. And then, of course, we'll get to Hillary Clinton becoming Democratic nominee, which will be the absolute biggest political call of all time. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen, almost the way that I said it would. Here, strong enthusiasm for Biden among those who back him over Trump is just 24%. Okay. This is hilarious. This is really hilarious. So, you have President Trump at well over 50% of his voters. Enthusiastic, passionate. And I can tell you that the average Trump supporter is far more enthusiastic than the average Bernie Sanders supporter. I'll get that to you in a second. We'll talk about that in a second. I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post, and the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. All my articles, 100 plus, in the Hill, the Huffington Post, and Salon, that drew a clear line in the sand between Bernie Sanders and a criminal who will run again and lose again. But God bless her, she's fantastic. Madam Secretary proves everything that I've ever said about the Democratic Party. But all my writing was given a stamp of approval by editors at those publications. And I can tell you, the second that Bernie Sanders endorsed Clinton, the second, like 90+% of Bernie voters, around 90% voted for Clinton. The second. Now, let's say Jeb Bush cheated Trump. Let's say Jeb Bush and the RNC cheated Trump, and Trump said, go vote for Jeb Bush. The Trump voting base would not vote for Jeb Bush. You cannot see the myth, or I guess the media belief, is that Bernie Sanders voters are more loyal or they're more passionate. That's not true. I can tell you that's not true. Because on the left, see, Bernie Sanders and President Trump in 2016 were perhaps mirror images of one another, not so much polar opposites. They basically talked about the same things from different sides of the political divide. They basically talked about the same things from different sides of the political divide. Except Trump was embraced. Bernie Sanders was shunned. Bernie Sanders was cheated. Bernie Sanders is a huge dilemma and problem to the average Democrat. Why? Because the average Democrat doesn't want anything to do with Bernie Sanders. That's why you have a difference in enthusiasm. And now there are no Biden voters. So if you have 24%, of voters enthusiastic about Biden and 50+% of voters enthusiastic about President Trump, that tells you not only about turnout, but it also tells you that they're only voting for Biden because his name is not Bernie Sanders. He's not named Bernie Sanders, and he's not named President Trump, so that's why. But here, the former vice president has emerged as Democrats' top choice for the presidential nomination. Not Hillary Clinton's going to be nominee. And God bless her. She will single-handedly make my prediction the biggest political call of all time. And they're going to lose again, which is going to be fantastic. The reaction from Hollywood alone, from disgruntled, angry, nebbishy Hollywood celebrities will be fantastic. But with only bare majority support within his party and a massive enthusiasm gap in November matchup against President Trump. A massive enthusiasm gap. Valerie Rogers, they are grooming Cuomo to be the one. America was never great. Sam Jage. Why do I get the feeling? Sam Jage. That's okay. It's just, I'm just laughing. Don't call SEAL Team 6. Sam Jage. Always one of the best comments always on this channel. Sam Jage, I hope you're doing well. Everything nefarious is approved by the DNC. Sam Jage, thank you. Thank you, Sam Jage. Who knows? The DNC, let's put it this way, is trying to take advantage of the situation. Pop analysis. The average New Yorker can't stand Andrew Cuomo. They consider him a Republican. His campaign would start and end in New York. America was never great. Pop analysis. Hope all is well. You got to get back on Fox News. Everybody, Pop Analysis had a brilliant show on Fox News. Appearance. And everyone subscribed to Pop Analysis. Thank you, Pop Analysis. Thank you. J-Man. The left are the only ones grouping up. Exactly. Sam Jage, Pop Analysis. I know. America was never great. We have not reached greatness. Oh, yes, great Cuomo. Oh, wise Cuomo. Please, wise Cuomo, tell us more. Tell us more, wise one. We have not reached greatness unless all Americans are engaged. Remember Pop Analysis? He said that. Sam Jage. Andrew Cuomo said we're not great until we're all engaged. Space Force One. Old school. From day one, Space Force One. Thank you so very much. The idea of Hillary running again, possibly going through another MSM election like meltdown, makes my legs tingle up and stand up, which is not comfy under my superhero tights. Time to mask. Well, if you watch some of the commercials on my channel, they have that that product. It's like a manscaping product, but Space Force One. Space Force One. Thank you. Pop Analysis. Thank you. Sam Jage. Thank you. Why do I get the billions? Everything great is approved by the DNC. Loud Citizen. Say a prayer, the New York Times picks up oh, Loud Citizen. That's fantastic. Yes. Best of luck, Loud Citizen. Best of luck, Loud Citizen. Thank you. Thank you. Best of luck. Yes. But there's an enthusiasm gap, ladies and gentlemen. And it's just so funny, too, because indeed, strong enthusiasm for Biden among his supporters is at just 24%. It's the lowest on record for a Democratic presidential candidate in 20 years of ABC polls. This is the lowest on record for a Democratic presidential candidate in 20. My prediction, the prophecy is coming true. More than twice as many of Trump supporters are highly enthusiastic. Yeah, baby. Who loves you, baby? Are highly enthusiastic about supporting him. 53%. Over half of Trump supporters, over half, ladies and gentlemen, over half of President Trump supporters are strongly, are enthusiastic and strongly support This is really interesting. And this is how you know the Democratic Party is pretty much irrelevant. In the nomination contest, 51% of leaned Democrats now prefer Biden versus 42% for Sanders. That's a vast 34% gain for Biden since mid-February. Really? A vast 34% gain. Because what? Because he said he wants the cure to be worse than the problem? Because he said he wants to be a senator? Because he called, hey, fat, come on now, people now, smell on you, brother, come on now. Hey, I know a lot, I get hot, huh? Kiss myself. I get hot. My leg hairs. I get hot. Lotion. Nice. Loud Citizen. They ran my letter March 17th byline. Paul Clank. Nice. Paul. Awesome. Very, very cool. Let's see here. Very awesome. Very cool. Nice. Did you write Godfather Waltz? This is really, really awesome. I don't know if I'm reading the correct thing, but this is really awesome. Very awesome. Excellent. Kurt Leonard, come on, man. You know the deal. And you know the deal. Brian Levy. I am happy nothing further. Yes, I'm happy too, Brian. God bless you. Stay happy always. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. That's awesome. That's the best message anyone could ever write. I am happy nothing further than that. Thank you, Brian. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal. Come on, man. People now smell on you, brother. Come on. We have to make the cure as bad as the problem. You know the deal. Hey, fat. Come on, people now, fat. Vote. Vote for the other Biden. You don't like me? Vote for the other Biden. Oh, he's so awesome. He's so awesome. Flying Fox Fruit. Making squirrel and broccoli cheddar pasta. Squirrel, nice. HRCA. Valerie Rogers. Biden thinks he is the Fonz. Yo. Fonzarelli. Biden and Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is actually a young Biden with more Clint Eastwood. Gavin Newsom speaks like this, and Thankfully for the people of California, he didn't even bring up anything to do with the current crisis in February of his State of the Union, or the State of the State address. Flying Fox Fruits, Barnhill Farms and Nursery by Chabotica Tree. Flying Fox Fruits, Sam Jage, how about that Maduro? Looks like Barr is up to something. Let's see here. I want us to just stay out of all of that. Yes. That's now we got to start at home. Start indicting people at home. Loud Citizen. Oh, okay. Admit Diary Adams. Thank you, Loud Citizen. I'll look that up. Paul, I'll look that up. Thank you. Loud Citizen. Excellent work. Excellent. That's very impressive. Excellent work. Congrats. So people are really excited to vote for me, man. Come on, man, you know the deal. People are excited. You don't want to vote for me, fat? Hey, fat, you fat. Hey, fat. You want push-ups? You want to do push-ups? Let's do push-ups. One-arm push-ups. Finger push-ups. Pinky push-ups. You want to do that? Huh? Come on, fat. You know the deal, man. Come on. Smell on your brother. Put some lotion. Come on. Biden does better versus Trump among all adults. Okay. 50 to 40. That's a slight lead, but it was more solidly significant in February. 52 to 44. Okay, among all adults. Perhaps the Democrats' biggest risk is the under the surface and Trump's big advantage in backers who are very enthusiastic about supporting him. Yeah. Strong enthusiasm for a candidate can help boost turnout on Election Day. Gee, you think? A must-have, particularly for Democrats who rely more on motivating less frequent voters to come to the polls. While trailing Trump by 29 points in high-level enthusiasm, Biden makes up some of the difference with those who are somewhat enthusiastic. Oh, that's good. He's really, really popular among those who aren't really that enthusiastic. Biden somewhat, but he still trails Trump by 12 points in the combined measure, 74 to 86%. This is hilarious. For those who are not at all enthusiastic, Biden leads 26 points to 14 points. Good job, Biden campaign. You're doing great. For people who really don't give a you-know-what, Biden leads by a wide margin. This is fantastic. My God, what a great campaign strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't care, vote for me. And I know I'm talking to you. HRC is giving zinc launches as campaign promos. Flying Fox Fruits. When this was all like starting, you couldn't get zinc, like at Whole Foods or whatever. You just couldn't get zinc. Oh my goodness! So hidden for time, it does. There's deja vu in the results. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton found herself in largely the same position 4 years ago. That should tell you a little something about why Clinton won the popular vote and why Clinton will run again. If people were not enthusiastic about Madam Secretary and she still won the popular vote, that has nothing to do with Trump. That has to do with the money spent. They outspent Trump 2-1. They outspent Trump 2-1. And 1.2 billion to 600 million. So this is hilarious. But bad as Biden enthusiasm score is, we've seen worse. Oh, that's good. As few as 17% of former Republicans, 17% of former John McCain's supporters were very enthusiastic. And Mitt Romney saw 23% in 2012. The poor omen for Biden is that Clinton, McCain, and Romney all lost. Yeah, it won't even be Biden. Don't worry. Clinton will be nominee again. Or they risk not getting the popular vote. So, they will not get the popular vote if Biden, and they know this. They know this. Biden serves the same purpose as Michael Bloomberg. He's there only for appearance. They do not want to go through a whole election campaign of Uranium One and top secret intelligence on servers. So they're going to condense it, and they'll still experience all of that, but it'll be just 4 months or 5 months instead of 2 years. So there you go. It's pretty brilliant by Madam Secretary, I got to say. I find this hard to believe. Trump and Biden are even in trust handling the crisis, 45 to 43%. Yeah. Who trusts Biden during this crisis? He's not even anywhere to be found. He is nowhere to be found. Who looks at Biden and says, "Wow, he's doing such a great job"? Who looks at Biden and says, "Oh, he's doing such a great job"? So then you get the clearing the Democratic field hasn't led much change to the profiles of Biden and Sanders supporters. They've coalesced. 83% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning seniors prefer Biden over Sanders, up 63 points from February. Oh, my gosh. So 83% of Democratic and Democratic-leaning seniors prefer Biden over Sanders. Up 63 points. 80%. What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? I'm going to pat myself on the back. Pat myself on the back. I said 90%, but this is wrong. I actually gave you the right figure. 80% of Sanders backers say they'll vote for Biden against Trump. It's really 90%. Okay? As noted, 15% say they'll back Trump. Yeah, baby. That's right. That's right. I think I'm just going to text that to one of my buddies right now. Yes. Yes. 15% of Bernie supporters voting for Trump. I like that. I like how that sounds. Yes. I'm going to do a segment on that. I'm going to do a segment on that on H.A. Goodman's other channel right after this segment. So be there, H.A. Goodman's other channel. Subscribe. Oh, that is beautiful. That is so beautiful. This is familiar. 20% of Sanders supporters said they'd vote for Trump in the spring of 2016. Oh, my God. I love that so much. "15% say they'd back Trump. 80% of Sanders voters say they'll vote for Biden," which should tell you about Bernie's movement. Gigantic Gigantic bowel movement. What did I tell you? I said that almost all. Wow. Kurt Leonard! Biden's running for president, not for president. Wow. I like that. 15% of Bernie Sanders voters are voting for President Trump. Oh my God, I love this so much. Hopefully I started the trend, but I probably didn't. Oh my God, I love that so much. And people are, how do you go from Bernie to Trump? Well, read my Federalist article. 15% of Bernie voters say they'll vote for Bernie for President Trump. I love that. I absolutely love that. That is so awesome. And it basically shows you the overlap, because there's a huge overlap, and they don't want to admit it because they're like embarrassed of it. They are so embarrassed. You have no clue how embarrassed. This is so amazing. So not only is there a huge enthusiasm gap, but 15% of voters, 15% of Bernie voters are voting for President Trump. I love it. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell you how vindicated I feel. The interesting thing also, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you look at the endless propaganda, you kind of lose sight of the fact that for context, 15% of Sanders voters is 6% of all lean Democrats. so 6% of lean to Democrat. I love this. They have all of these ridiculous subgroups. Space Force One, 98% of Biden supporters. Wow, Space Force One coming in with the lasers from outer space. Yes. Oh, okay, hold on. Trumpinator! Will Biden pay for his... Oh, my God. Revco! There's an article where they are asking Joe to just keep breathing. Exactly. It looks like he's still fucking American and still a viable candidate. Hold on, let's read that. Let's read that one. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Biden. It's going to be weekend at Biden's. Stay alive, Joe. Democrats need little from front or beyond his corporeal presence. No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think that it would not only be the biggest landslide victory we've had since, 72? No, 84? It would, let's put it this way. Hillary Clinton will be nominee. She'll lose again. But they'll find some way to mask the loss. If let's say he's not going to be nominee, but let's say he's nominee, Hillary Clinton's going to be nominee. But let's say, for example, he's nominee. The entire Democratic Party will implode very quickly. Very quickly. Could you imagine his concession speech? Hey, man, you're fat you. Yeah, you fat. You didn't vote for me, huh? Huh, Ship Hall. I hope your lotion runs out on all your leg hairs. Huh? Didn't vote for me, huh? Come some all. Why don't you all do push-ups? Everybody in the Jacob Javits push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who do we appreciate? Come on now. It's all your fault. Huh. Could you imagine the concession speech? I don't think that's going to happen. Reagan ran for president 3 times. Ronald Reagan ran for president 3 times. Clinton has only run twice. Yes, twice. So, in political history, the week leading to Biden's 30-point margin of victory will likely be recorded as one that ultimately determined the course of the nominating battle. No, Hillary will be nominee. There were Bernie Sanders supporters on the campus of Florida International University who told me, however reluctantly, they would vote for Biden because Donald Trump has to be stopped. He has to be stopped. The record low unemployment before all of this had to be stopped. Bringing home Americans has to be stopped. Going up against corrupt intelligence chiefs has to be. It must be stopped. Don't you understand? The First Step Act must be stopped. Oh. There was a soccer mom canvassing for Amy Klobuchar, who made their primary concern was whether Trump was going to be reelected. Mike, you know, the world that Democrats live in is not a fun world. It's not a world you want to be in. This is not a world you want to be in. Where they're looking at Biden, they're like, hey, please, keep the blood pumping. Please. It's like, Biden would get obliterated by Trump. Obliterated. Could you imagine also Biden loves to be like, pressing flesh. Put it here, pal. Put it here, man. Come on, man. People now. Come on, people now. Smell on your brother. You know the deal, man. America was never great. It will not be Cuomo. It will not be Cuomo because he, in January, did not talk about any of this. He was talking about solar energy just like Gavin Newsom was. Gavin Newsom. Biden is there. There's a great article, What on Earth is Going On with Joe Biden, just today. Biden facing enthusiasm gap. Donald Trump is going to eat Joe Biden alive. This is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. You had when President Trump wins and people wonder why, I'm going to give like a 2-hour lecture on YouTube on a live stream for all the wonderful Democrats to listen to. You cheated Bernie Sanders in 2016. You didn't admit that you cheated him. He didn't admit that he was cheated by you. You then purchased a dossier that was complete nonsense. Where's the dossier of Bubba Bill? Oh my goodness, I love those type of aquatic activities. It's so good for your skin. Where's the dossier purchased by Trump that the FBI uses against Bubba Bill and Madam Secretary? Oh, that's right, there is none. Only one goes only one way. MSNBC to Joe Biden. Where is Joe Biden? A lot of people ask, where is Joe Biden? They're trying to make him as unattractive as possible. So Clinton, they're going to beg. I'm going to tell you how it's going to work out. And I'm going to have to go through the whole thing again. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a giant, the charade is never ending. They're going to say, Madam Secretary, we need you. No. No. Madam Secretary, we need you. The Russians. The Russians. I suffered so much for you. And what kind of response do I get? Not visiting Wisconsin. You visit Wisconsin in the winter. I suffered for you all. I should have been 50 points ahead. And you had to vote for Bernard Sanders and Jill Stein and Tulsi Gabbard. You wretched voters. No. Go with Biden and lose with Biden. Please, Madam Secretary, we need you. We need you. We need you, Madam Secretary. We're sorry. Oh, you're sorry, huh? Mention Wisconsin one more time. One more time. One more time. Mention Wisconsin. Do it. I dare you. Do it. I went to Arizona because I had to. Because that's how you win elections in a swing state like Arizona. I'm not running anymore. I don't want to. The Hillary on Hulu and the Howard Stern and The View and every single day I'm in the news, that's just for no reason at all. I'm not running at all. Go with Biden. Go with Biden. Oh my God, we're going to lose in a landslide. Please, Madam Secretary. We promise if you lose, we won't say anything. Okay, fine, I'm running. But you better not say anything if I lose. Okay. And that's how it's going down. Frank Franklin, the only person who enjoyed that. Thank you so much, Frank. You and me enjoyed that. Thank you, Frank. This is not everything you see. Every single thing you see is a charade. There is no way there is no way that there is no way that Biden is going to be nominee. It's not happening. This is a charade. They're waiting for Bernie Sanders to drop out eventually, or for Clinton, or for Bernie to get the notice from Clinton. Hey, skedaddle. Vamoose. Then Bernie's like, oh, I gotta go now. You mean my robust campaign? My robust campaign? Oh, that's Biden, though. Robust. My robust campaign? I can't, appreciate. I can't motivate the masses. JPAT official videos must not miss a songified Biden hairy leg song. I will. He get hot. It get hot. Hairy leg get hot. JPAT official videos. Look. You're going to have complete and utter turmoil on the left. And it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. You're going to have absolutely complete and utter turmoil. And there's one thing that President Trump has done throughout this crisis. Here and there, he's gone after a couple times some people. But really, he's been really laying low in terms of, perhaps going after people who complain about him. He's actually even reaching out to people. He actually said some nice things about John Kerry. He said some nice things about MSNBC. I mean, you see that, and then, if President Trump towards November, when November starts rolling around, and the economy is back, and we will have overcome this with President Trump's leadership. You can say, oh, you disagree or whatever. You're looking at Clinton is not going to, people will perhaps forget about the good things that Trump has done lately and the good things that Trump has done. People will perhaps forget about this bounce. They say, oh, he's going to, the bounce in popularity is only short term, whatever. The reality, though, is that people will remember who was there. Even if you don't like Trump's personality, he was still there. He was still every single day, press conference, every day. Every day. If you don't like Trump, he's surrounded by Fauci. He's surrounded by a lot of people. Every single day, he's there. Signed the stimulus package. $4 trillion in loans. $2.2 trillion. And he did what he had to do as president. The governors did not do what they needed to do. They were the ones in charge of telling the federal government before it was a calamity in their states. They're the ones who govern their states. President Trump's not the governor of New York. So then you have Chuck Todd. You think I know? Trump's hands are. It's like, oh my God. That's another media personality that will just, along with Twitter and all the other MSNBC and CNN personalities. They're gonna have to look in the mirror, or they're gonna, they've made millions upon millions of dollars, so it's not like they care too much. But, it's like all of these people will not only lose so much credibility. I really think it'll be a defining moment in the consciousness of the average American voter. The consciousness. I think that when President Trump wins again, you're going to have media, Democrats, even Republicans. Everyone will be in awe. They'll all just be like, for the people who don't like Trump, they will have to look in the mirror. For the people who do like Trump, it'll be a euphoric moment that I want everybody on this channel. Especially when Trump defeats Clinton again. And you better believe there's going to be record high in terms of viewers watching the debates again. A Clinton-Trump debate again, that is going to break records. People are going to have events. They're going to finally be allowed to have events at their house again. It'll be like Clinton-Trump party, viewing party. Wrong. You will have, it'll be just unbelievable. Ramla Farah! Hello, Ramla. Thank you. Ramla Farah, thank you. Thank you for always watching. Hope all is well, Ramla. Stay safe, happy, always happy. Thank you, Ramla Farah. Thank you. But it's like, could you imagine? Spider-Man. Ha! I get hot. Leg hair. Lotion. Come on now, people. Come on now. Who doesn't like the lotion? Come on now, people. Now, come on. You've got to vote for me. You know the deal. The thing. You got him endowed by the creator what? DJ what? Oh, you know the deal, man. Come on, you know the thing. You know the thing. It's the declaration thing. Do I have to spell out everything for you, American voters? Oh, it's so annoying. Trying to help you. Oh, thanks, oh wise Biden. Thank you, oh wise one. We are not worthy. Every time he can't finish a sentence, it's like everyone else is the problem. He's never the problem. Everyone else is the problem. Bucolic Buffalo! Biden's at home in a plastic bubble with wigs to sniff and playing Trivial Pursuit. Bucolic Buffalo! Can you imagine Trump telling Clinton that he set up and framed everything to do with Trump-Russia? And Clinton saying the Mueller report found this and that. And Trump saying wrong, 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 wrong. And it's the whole thing. It's going to be fantastic. Oh, my God. Patrick, hello. Yes. Could you imagine, Bucolic Buffalo, how amazing that's going to be? Bucolic Buffalo, thank you. Space Force One! Using Trump's special powers right after the monetary infusion, Trump should nationalize the Federal Reserve and send, well, this was an IOU written into. The only problem with that Space Force One, Trumpinator, can't wait for Trump versus, yeah, exactly. Trumpinator, thank you. That's a great name, by the way. Trumpinator, Space Force One. The only thing I know that's very popular, nationalize the Fed. The only thing is, could you imagine if Congress, anything Congress touches, just, anything Congress touches is, is run into the ground. So, I mean, the Federal Reserve is autonomous from Congress. If you let's say you had, Nancy Pelosi, or Chuck Schumer, making decisions pertaining to the Fed, it would be tough. I mean, it would be very bad, I think, for the country. Space Force One, thank you. Just my 2 cents. Paul, I don't think I think that Florida will be close, but other than that, I think President Trump easily has it. Now, you have to vote. Everyone has to vote. If you don't vote, then you have President Hillary Clinton. That is not an if, it's definitely. But Leo, thoughts on? Please don't know. I am definitely against it, Leo. Definitely against it. I have a debate with one of the people who was a part of it, and I dismantle that whole. It is just talking about the biggest hoax. There are no secret intelligence chiefs anywhere telling anyone anything. President Trump doesn't care about it. Activating sessions didn't work. In fact, President Trump despises sessions with every fiber of his being. Leo, stay away from it. Everyone, stay away from LMNOP. It is the absolute worst, like internet message board, bizarre scam and hoax. Patrick Fallon! Patrick Fallon, thank you. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Patrick. Very, very appreciative. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you, Patrick. Leo, thank you. Space Force One. Bucolic Buffalo. Patrick Fallon, thank you again. Thank you again. I just, we just have to deal with June 2nd is going to be interesting. I'm not saying when Hillary Clinton will run. I'm not saying when. I am saying that I could imagine Clinton running before June 2nd because there's like something close to 1,000 delegates. She would get the vast majority of delegates if she ran. Especially if she got like the vast majority and then Biden's like, she's can't defeat, must have quit. If he can't defeat the Clinton, must have quit or must resign. So June 2nd, I can imagine her running. And it would behoove them if any of the wonderful, amazing people who lost to Trump again are watching this. Probably be good for Madam Secretary to run a month before the election, get all the delegates, and roll in saying, hey, you know what? At least I ran for a month. Just something to think about. But I'm not going to give them advice. They have everything, taken care of. They got everything taken care of. Everything taken care of. Clinton is going to be a nominee, and it's going to be just fantastic. And then people are going to be like, oh my God, not again. And then they're just going to vote in line. Because the thing is, if they're voting for Biden and Biden has no base of support, then if you look at the support for President Trump and Biden, Bernie, and even Clinton, I have to say that the truth is the following. Clinton has the most support. She has even more passionate voters than Bernie voters, and I'll tell you why. 80% of her voters would never vote for Bernie. 80% of Bernie voters would vote for Clinton. It's completely different. You would think that Bernie voters are more loyal to Bernie. That's not the case. Because Bernie isn't even loyal to them. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. Spider Bib, thank you. Patrick Fallon, thank you. Everyone, Space Force, everyone. Revco, everybody, thank you so very much, everyone. I will be back probably around 11 or so. So be here around 11. Check out a segment I'm going to do, a very important segment on H.A. Goodman's other channel right now. Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel in about 15 minutes, everyone. People, thank you so very much. God bless. I'll see you at 11 p.m. Pacific time tonight. Thanks, everybody. Great live stream. Thank you.